Store-bought breakfast sausage is fine, but making your own, 3 different ways, it's 15 minutes of work, a few hours of patience, and the rest is knowing what goes in the bowl. It's also one of those recipes that's easy to screw up. Let me show you how to do it right. Let's get at it. Here's what we're doing today. 1 base recipe, 4 variations. And before you say 4 isn't 3, hear me out. We're making classic, that's 1. We're making maple, that's 2. We're making hot and spicy, that's 3. But the classic, it splits 2 ways. West Coast with sage, East Coast with ginger and nutmeg. Because depending on where you grew up, breakfast sausage tastes different. I've got you covered either way. Why does this matter? Because the sausage you make at home is better than anything in a tube. You control the fat, you control the salt, you control the flavor, you control the cost. And the best part, you don't need a grinder. I'll show you both ways. Here's where we start. Start with a boneless pork butt, also called Boston butt, pork shoulder, same thing. This is where the fat lives. A breakfast sausage that's too lean, dry, crumbly. Nobody's going back for seconds. If you got a grinder, and I recommend it, cut this into strips, toss them on a sheet tray, and get them cold. I mean really cold. 30 minutes in the freezer. Cold fat grinds clean, warm fat smears. That's the difference between sausage and paste. Medium grind, 1 pass. Don't overwork it. Now, no grinder? No problem. Good ground pork from the store will work. But know what you're getting. Most pre-ground is plus or minus 80% lean. That's fine, but it's not the same. If you're going pre-ground, I'll show you what you need to do in a minute. For now, fresh grind. This is the gold standard. Couple of pounds of ground pork. That's our starting point. And here's what goes into the base. This is the same no matter which direction you take. Per pound, 3/4 of a teaspoon of fine sea salt, half teaspoon dried parsley, 1/4 teaspoon black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon dried ground thyme, 1/4 teaspoon crushed red pepper, just a whisper for heat, nothing aggressive, 1/4 teaspoon coriander. Combine your dry spices first, separate bowl. Doesn't matter how small, you just want even distribution before they hit the meat. And 1 teaspoon of Aloha Soy Sauce. Then in they go, soy sauce too. Now mix, hand or a stand mixer with the paddle. Either works. About 60 seconds. What you're looking for is this. See how it's getting tacky? That's the protein starting to bind. That's what gives you a sausage that holds together in the pan instead of crumbling apart. 1 pound goes West Coast, 1 pound goes East Coast. West Coast, and when I say West Coast, I mean west of anywhere, leans on sage. 1/4 teaspoon dried sage into this pound. That's it. Sage and pork have been dancing together for centuries, and for good reason. It's clean, it's earthy, it brings the pork forward instead of covering it up. East Coast, New England, the Mid-Atlantic, they go a different direction. 1/8 teaspoon ground ginger, kick the black pepper up by a 1/2 teaspoon, and a pinch of fresh nutmeg. Grate it right over the bowl. You want the oils. The ginger and nutmeg, that's old school butcher shop. Before everything came to a plastic tube, your local guy had his own mix. This is that. 2 coasts, 1 base, you pick. Or make both and let your family tell you which one stays. Now, the crucial chill, 2-hour minimum. Overnight is better. Salt needs time to dissolve. The spices need time to permeate. Skip this and you're making seasoned ground pork, not sausage. There's a difference. Out of the fridge, 2 coasts, 1 base, you pick. Or make both and let your family tell you which one stays. Now we switch gears. Pre-ground pork, straight from the store. This is where I prove that you don't need a grinder. 80-20 works. The fat's a little lower than what we just ground, but the maple variation has built-in insurance. We're adding sugars, and sugars bring moisture. It balances out. Same basic recipe, spices, soy sauce, the works, into 1 pound of ground pork. Now here's where the maple happens. 3 tablespoons real maple syrup, 1/2 teaspoon maple extract. This is the secret. It's what gives you that unmistakable breakfast sausage smell, the one that fills the kitchen. And a tablespoon of brown sugar. Mix it through, same 60 seconds. Now, important, these sugars are going to caramelize in the pan. That's the point, but it also means you cook these at a lower and slower temp. Medium-low heat. More on that when we hit the stove. Chill it, same rule, patience. Last one, hot and spicy. This is the one that wakes you up. Base recipe in, same as always. Then we double down. Crushed red pepper goes to 1.5 teaspoons, 1/4 teaspoon cayenne, 1/2 teaspoon garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon extra coarse black pepper. Look at that. You can see where this is going. The cayenne brings that upfront heat. The red pepper flakes bring the slow burn, the one that hangs around after you swallowed. And the garlic powder, that's the bridge. It ties everything together so it doesn't just taste like hot pork. Chill, same drill. All right, patties are easy. Grab a handful, form it, done. But I want to show you something most breakfast sausage videos skip, skinless links. If you've got a sausage stuffer, no casing, just the horn, load it up, crank it out, and cut it to length. This is the breakfast link you get at a diner. Uniform, clean, cooks evenly. No stuffer, no casing, no problem. Pastry bag, big round tip, or just snip the end. Pipe it out the same way, same principle, different tools. If you can frost a cupcake, you can make a sausage link. The texture won't be quite as tight as the stuffer, but you know what? It still tastes like sausage you made yourself. That's the win. Both work. Use what you've got. Now here's the trick. Before those hit the skillet, they go into a 300-degree oven for 10 to 12 minutes, just until the protein sets. No color. What you're doing is locking in the shape. When these come out, you can pick them up, flip them, sear them. Maple, remember what I said, medium-low. Those sugars will burn fast if you treat them the same as the classic. Give them time. The crust will be darker, there's caramelization, not burning. Look at that mahogany color. Hot and spicy, back to medium, same as classic. 4 minutes aside, the cayenne and red pepper bloom in the fat. Your kitchen is going to smell incredible. 3 ways, 4 if you count both coasts, and you should. 1 base recipe, a handful of spices, and about 15 minutes of actual work. The rest is just waiting. Full recipe at BrinnerSmokehouse.com. Measurements, variations, everything, we got you covered. Like and subscribe, my friends. Later, Gator.